Okay, I'm going to try something real different here, but it's in defense of Joker Folie, which in my opinion is an outstanding movie. Actually better than Joker. Joker was excellent. Joker Folie, despite all the reviews that generally, I say all the reviews, it's not every single one, but the majority slate it. So it's kind of in defense of critics, so-called. You think they know about film. But I don't know, it's as if it's been purposely in the mainstream slated to put people off the whole idea and concept behind it, and which, you know, could be an agenda. The film itself, it's a perfect, meticulous study of psychology and madness, and the transferring of that one person to another and then to mass media that kind of instigate it all, and really actually creating it. It's about like personality and self and shadow. It's pretty much based on Carl Jung studies in psychoanalysis. The beginning of the movie with the cartoon, as soon as I saw the title of it, I knew it was based on psychology and Carl Jung, because it's about Joker and his shadow. We've all got a shadow. It's generally the people that are going to not like this film are the ones who deny that darker side of themselves. Because they're the audience, we're the audience that was sat there through the film. And admittedly, I've seen it twice now in 7 days. I saw it about an hour ago. I'm just home from the second viewing today. This is why I'm doing this little video about it. But throughout the film, it's like the first courtroom case that's ever been on live TV. That's the story in the film. And it's perfect because we're the audience. It's like, as well, we're behind the camera in certain scenes. One of the scenes, the camera in the courtroom is right in our perspective, as if we're the cameraman. It's perfect. This film ought to be studied for years to come. It should be. These are just some of the snippet comments of these so-called expert critics on films. The first viewing last week, after the credits had started to come up at the end, I was a little bit dumbfounded, and I probably agreed with a lot of what these people are saying in these comments here now. But that was only at that very moment. And I left the cinema, did the walked home, and then contemplated it all, and I wouldn't have gone to see it again today if I actually then realised what I'd actually gone through and experienced, and because it wasn't the expectation, I hadn't seen any of these bad reviews before going to see it. I had no idea really about all the musical bits in it, and it was a bizarre experience. And it's you were waiting for the Joker to actually be the Joker. And then that's why they're saying it was like, disappointing and messy. What was the music bit for? They're missing again the point, because there's going to be spoilers here. We see at the end that he's not the Joker. He admits it himself in the courtroom that he isn't. It's the audience that's us, and the Lady Gaga character, who's the instigator of it all. She doesn't wear makeup at all at the very beginning. You see her with no makeup on whatsoever. By the end, she's in like full makeup of Harley Quinn persona. She's already had the madness transferred over. She's just trying to get it back into Arthur's mind. But he realised it was never really about that for him anyway. That's not his true self. He just wanted love and not to be ignored, and and when everything then towards the end he's just lost everything, she's walked off from him because he's no longer Joker. He doesn't care that he's then died. He's already seen that in advance because he sees her shooting him on stage in one of his delusions. And then you see that again when he's just been stabbed at the end. It goes back to that scene from earlier where he's on stage with Harley Quinn and she had the gun. And that is the end of Joker. For Arthur, it's already been transferred to the Joker, who's the guy in the background. It's perfect. The way it ends, you're just stunned in the cinema. People are going to be so shocked at the end of this film. And that's, it's going to disappoint people that aren't getting it. And again, it's not about having a joke at the audience. It's just such a clever, intelligent movie. It's showing that we had that expectation. We wanted him to be this crazy, psychotic, person we thought that was the Joker, but it wasn't him. He didn't want to kill the people from the first film. This is why it was, better than the first movie, because it enhanced the first film. There's not many sequels that can enhance the first one. Godfather 2 did. Empire Strikes Back did. Joker Folie did. Perfect casting with Gaga. Because you don't even really need to see, anything really with the Harley Quinn with the posters. It's Joker, yeah, you want to see him, but just seeing her face, you've got that awareness already, and then it's the singing bit. But she's a perfect actor in it. Everyone is brilliant. Prison scenes. Second viewing, you see the actual real Joker so many times that you don't realise in first viewing. He's in the background in about 3 major scenes of Arthur's delusions, which is showing you that the Folie à Deux is actually happening in the prison. It's happening in Arkham Asylum already. That's if it is the asylum. I think it's just like the prison. But it's just the showing of actual Arthur's, the aftermath of it. The court cases on second viewing are just perfection because it's, again, enhancing the first film. It's reminding you of the events of it because the characters are then brought up as, giving statements and testimonies. And the key one is with the only one who was his friend, which was the small chap. And that scene is key because that's also when Arthur realises the impact of, the only person that he really had as a friend. But then it shows how scared he was of him because he thought he was Joker. But that's when Arthur realised, well, actually, no, I'm not. He thought he was doing the right thing by getting rid of the guy. He killed that guy who was bullying them all. The circus bit in the first movie. He then realizes he didn't really want to. He just flipped in that first film. Shadow overtook him. In the first movie, his shadow side was in control. But in the second movie, he realizes that it's the integration, the Carl Jung individuation. It's achieved. Lady Gaga, the Harley Quinn character, is the anima, the female influence, the love that he was hoping and wanted from his mum. His mum was also laughing at him and convinced him that his laugh that he had as a child was a way of entertaining the world, and then she couldn't believe how stupid he was for thinking that for the rest of his life. He was an innocent child. Perfect movie this is. I urge you to see it. First time round you perhaps won't get it so much, but you need to just dwell on it a little bit. Look into Carl Jung psychology. The music sequences as well on second time round. You realise how the influence is all around Harley Quinn. She's trying to just make that Joker, but it's for her own benefit. She admits herself into the hospital purposely. She's the instigator from the beginning. Which, is a flip on the whole comic book, which is why, again, it's such a brave film, because it's separate. It never said it was part of the whole ethos of the traditional DC universe, you could call it. And I'm a massive fan of comics. I know the history of my comics. I'm 50 years old now. Batman was one of my favourites from a very early age. This isn't that kind of film. This is a psychological film. It shows you really how the first one was, which is why this one is so relevant. And I'm thankful that they made it. People should be looking at this in years to come, hopefully in a different light, when they've actually, thought about it a bit more, looked into the mirror a little bit, their own shadow and Joker. That's why it was never the Joker. We've all got a Joker in our pack of cards, which is our life. Cheers.